It's First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid on Sway in the Morning.
That's right, First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid. It's only fitting.
Yes.
First Aid is designed to help you, inform you, because Kelly Kinkaid, she didn't go to school for this.
But I'm smart.
She's not in the medical field.
I read a lot.
You know what I mean? And she's not even sick.
No, I'm not. I won't be.
Okay, there it is.
I heard you, Tracy, saying this year the flu season is going to be strong.
Oh, yes.
I'm not for that. I took the train. I had on my gloves touching the bars and stuff. I'm not having it.
You're not
Shield
having
yourself.
it. No. She cares about you, mind, spirit, body, and soul. Welcome her back with the new version of First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid. It's the one and only Kelly Kinkaid.
Hi, citizens. I missed you guys.
Missed you too, Kel.
Yes.
You're out there working, though. You're out there pounding the pavement, right?
I'm so happy to be back despite the snow, but, I'm from Michigan. This is nothing, me and Mike Muse telling y'all to chill out.
Relax.
Yeah,
Literally.
aren't we chilling off right now as cold as it is? You didn't come along, Kelly.
No, I didn't. Sway, it's 2018. I'm excited about the new year. And I really wanted to start off talking about people saying every year making their resolution, saying new year, new me. So I really want to focus on that. So I had to bring my A game today.
Oof.
And today I brought Bershan Shaw. She has so many accolades. She's a coach, certified coach in business, finance, life. She's a motivational speaker. But what I love to call her the most, she's our resident trooper.
Yes,
wow.
I love that.
Resident trooper.
Good morning, Bershan. Happy New Year, first of all. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fantastic.
Very good. All through on social media, everyone's new year, new me, and I go, how long is this going to last? I'm not a pessimist, but I think a lot of people start off good and then they just kind of go on the decline. And I want to talk about how can we stay focused in 2018?
Oh, I love that. You're right. Most people, you are so right, because most people have these goals in January 1st, and then they stop on the 15th or the 21st.
Yes.
Right. And you want to know why? Because they haven't changed it into a habit. Right. So a goal is a goal, but when you hit it, just think about anything. You get pumped, but you have to change your whole mindset.
Right.
You got to change everything about yourself and not just, okay, I want this goal. Like, okay, I turned into a vegan, but I knew it wasn't going to be overnight. A vegan is not overnight. People are like, okay, I'm going to start to be vegan in January.
Yeah.
You can't just do it. Come on. Like, really, that's the new hot thing. I'm a vegan. But you got to change everything. You got to start like a little bit. Meatless Mondays, bring in more veggies, cut something out. So that's changing of a lifestyle, not just saying, okay, I'm gonna be a vegan and that's it. But I'm changing my whole way of thinking, and that's what you have to do.
You gotta change your way of thinking, and I'm doing that right now, Kelly Kinkaid and Bershan. I'm doing that right now because I keep a messy house sometimes. So I recently cleaned it up, spotless. And so whatever, Kelly. And so whenever
I wanted to get the applause, please. Yay.
Whatever. But so now whenever I put something down, I put it up. I don't leave it on the floor. I pick it up. I don't leave it on the couch. I'm changing my behavior.
And see, that's changed.
The habits.
I love it.
Change it to habit.
That's the habit.
That's the habit, right? Tracy, you want to add something?
Well, I was going to say, I remember reading research that said it takes on average like 21 days to make the habit stick, because, the commitment is sexy in the beginning. But then when you have to commit beyond like your willpower, beyond your want, you have to stay hooked on your why. So can you speak about that a little bit? Like the importance of having a why that's going to attach you to the commitment.
So that's important, right? So the why. I always say, forget about the how. If you have the why, then you'll do it. Because the why is, I'm so committed. I'm so passionate. I want to start my own business, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have the pathway. Maybe I don't really know how to get there. But the why, I'm so into it. I want it so bad. And that's the commitment. The why is the commitment. I'm going to do it in spite of. I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to do it no matter what they say. Because they used to say everybody's a motivational speaker. So what? They're not Bershan Shaw.
Not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't care if you say, oh, yeah, there's so many lawyers. There's so many. So what? They're not you. And the why means it's me. I'm good enough. I deserve to be here. I want to be here. Let's rock.
That's the why.
That's the why.
And that's why you do what you do?
Yes.
Bershan Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. I want to open up the phone lines, Kelly, and continue this conversation. If you need some insight, you need some motivation, If you're trying to figure out how you can change your habits for the better, 888-742-3345 is Sway in the Morning. Shade 45, First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid on Sirius XM, your favorite radio station. There it is. Common, Macy Grace.
And now, more First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid on Shade 45.
All right. So Kelly Kinkaid is here.
Yes.
First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid. And we're
Happy New Year.
talking about the new year, new you. We got a special guest with us.
Yes, we have Bershan Shaw. She's a certified coach in business, finance, life, and motivational. And you know, Sway, she does have the answers.
Yes, she does.
You know?
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I do.
We were talking about people setting goals and changing the goals to habits to make it like prolong it instead of just waiting to the 15th and stopping and getting discouraged. And you know, Bershan, you talked about you have some tips for people who want to stay focused in 2018.
Yes, I do. And I have some good tips, right?
Yeah, some great tips.
Great tips.
All right.
So here are the 3 that I really like to go by.
Okay.
1 is decide what you want and be super specific.
Yes.
So let me tell you why. Because people say, oh, I want to lose weight, but that means nothing. What do you want to lose? I want to lose 40 pounds, right? Or I want to go vegan and have no dairy, no meat, no fish. You have to be specific in what you want.
Specific in what you want.
Right? Or it's just like, I want to stop smoking. You don't put a date on it. It's just like, all right, it's out there in the universe. Be specific.
Okay.
Then you have to commit to it.
Commit.
Commit.
That's number 2?
That's number 2.
Okay.
And like I said, commitment is huge because when you commit, you don't stop. You don't give up your goals. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you hit a roadblock. You commit and you're going to finish it.
Okay. And then number 3.
Number 3, this is big.
All right, this is big. You need a drum roll?
Yeah, let's do the drum roll.
Okay.
All right, here's the drum roll.
Number 3.
Take huge, massive action.
There it is.
Simple.
Take action. Let me tell you, so we talk about what we want to do, but nobody takes the action. Let me tell you, take the action. I don't care if you do it and you fail, get back up. If you make a mistake, fall down, get back up. You rise.
You know, Bershan, it's a lot of people. Today is January 4th, and there may be some people discouraged because I know people say, oh, I'm going to start on the 1st, and then they decide they blow it. I'm going to start on the 3rd. The 3rd is a great number. Is it too late to start, to decide, commit, and take action?
Oh, no, it's never too late. I always say, if you get it wrong, you get back up and press the reset button. That's it. Press reset. Do it again. Like, we always beat ourselves up, and that's how we never continue anything.
Right.
Because we're like, oh, yeah, man, I failed, or I didn't lose the weight, I didn't make it happen, and then you just stop doing it. Why? Change it up.
Change it up. All right, cause I like this because I'm practicing right now. We're in how many days we're in? 4 days.
4 days.
4 days. Tracy said how many days make it happen?
21 days.
21. I got 17 more. Ashley, what up? We got Ashley on the line from D.C. What up, Ashley?
Ash, what up?
Hey, y'all. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, we got Bershan Shaw is here. Give out your social media, too, before we start. Give out your social media.
Oh, I love it. So my name, Bershan, Bershanshaw. So it's my name, Bershan Shaw. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook is just my first name, Bershan.
Okay, good. Ashley, go ahead. Tell your story. What do you want to ask of Bershan?
Okay, so my thing is, everybody, like you said, sets goals and you need to commit to it and take action and stuff, But my problem is, how do you continue to stay motivated whenever, you're on a down or whatever's going on in your life is not going so great? Ultimately, probably just self-will, but how do you get better at that?
Well, that's a good question, Ashley. What you have to do really is surround yourself with good people. You have to get into support groups, motivational groups. You need to be around people that have like minds like you, the same type of goals. So if there's a support group or people around you that can help you, and then let me tell you, I always say every morning, listen to something motivational. I listen to tapes or listen to me at Bershan.com, right?
Damn.
On YouTube.
You hear that, Heather? she told talks to herself. That's how she gets motivated.
I get motivated, right? I mean, Ashley, every morning, maybe get a book, listen to a tape, go to YouTube, get motivated because it pumps you up. They say, studies show on Harvard reports that if you listen to something motivational, read something motivational, and you're around people who are motivational, it will change your mindset.
Ashley, you spoke of when things are going down in your life. Are you experiencing something right now?
It's just I think I'm in a place right now where, how do I say that? Well, there's a lot going on. I'm in a place where I want to change careers. I don't know if I want to go back, get my PhD, all this stuff. And then there's obviously personal relationships and stuff that take a toll on your everyday. And then for me, I think it's just everything kind of manifests physically. So
yeah, with all that,
get to a good. What?
No, she has a lot going on. So how does she settle her mind and get focused? Are there,
Right. So, Ashley, you have to prioritize some things. So you have to put on a piece of paper what is the most important thing to you. So your top 5 or start with your top 3. I don't know if it's your relationship, your career, and where you are. Because you have a lot going on. But what happens is we get so overwhelmed because, oh my God, it's my relationship, my job. I don't like where I live. I hate my life. I don't like the way I look. There's too many things. Put down your top 3 things and work on those first, second, and third. Do you understand? So you can break it up in your mind and it won't be all muffled together.
Hey, Ash.
Okay, I got one last question for you.
No, you only get one. All right, but thank you, Ashley. And you are a citizen.
That's way in the morning.
All right, we love you, man.
Bershan, I like what you're saying. Write it down. I think what's helpful for me, I actually put it somewhere where I can see it every morning. Like if there's a certain goal or something I'm trying to reach. And how important you talk about writing down verses. I know a lot of people say, I'm just going to keep it up here in my head.
Let me tell you, that is the wrong way to do it.
Right.
You have to write down your goals. It is shown that all the great ones, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Branson, Oprah, write down their goals. They write it down.
Right.
And let me tell you, when I coach a lot of CEOs and stuff, they write down everything. It's not in their head. You forget stuff.
Yeah.
Life happens. You write that thing down. That's why I believe in vision boards. Stop playing small, you guys. You better get that vision board together in
What is a
2018.
vision? What is a vision board for people who aren't?
Okay, so a vision board. Get a poster board out there. Get some good old scissors and glue everything that you want to happen. Like I said, your first 3 to 5 things. I want a new job. I want a promotion. That's 1. I want to lose weight. 2, put your top 5 things. I want to be closer to my family. I want to travel. I want to save money. Put them on a vision board and put a date to it. You got to be specific. Remember I said, and put a time to it.
Okay. Bershan Shaw is joining us first day with Kelly Kinkaid. I know Tracy has a question. We're going to take more of your calls. 888-742-3345.
Yeah, Bershan, I definitely agree with the vision.
We're going to come right back with that.
Yeah. We sell crack to our own out the back of
35.
All right. Wow, we're talking about a lot right now. I like this conversation, Kelly.
Yes. We're talking about new goals, changing your goals into habits.
Yes.
We have the brilliant, the inspiring Bershan Shaw here. She is a life coach in business, finance, life, motivational speaker. You know, and she's really been dropping some jewels today.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, and I think a lot of people have been calling Sway, and I think we're talking about just staying focused. How to, it's a lot of people are really afraid of change. You know, they have the desire to change, but how do you make that transition?
So let me tell you, everybody's afraid to change. They all want change, but they don't want to do the work.
Right.
No one wants to do the work. They want to sit in their comfortable fuzzy shoes, robe, and just say, oh yeah, I want this, but you won't change unless you do the work. I have this motto that I have on my wall: life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Ooh, okay. So can you give us an example of something you changed and what was about yourself for the better or got the result you were looking for?
So I got to tell you, I'm a cancer survivor.
Yes.
So doctors, I used to have to take steroids to, try to fight the cancer away. I gained like 50 pounds. I was overweight, big. And so I fell into, I'm just going to be a big girl now. Or I'm just going to wear a size, not big, but a size 10 or 12 when I'm really like a 4. But then I said, come on, Bershan, no, you're a coach. What are you doing?
Yeah.
don't just fall into what doctors and people say. Try it. And then I said, okay, I'm going to change my diet. I'm really going to go to the gym 5 times a week and do it. I started losing weight each week. And then it really happened. So I said, why did I fall into what they said? No, so that's change.
That's change right then. That's the work you did for it. Tracy?
Yeah, Bershan, I'm definitely with you when it comes to carrying reminders of your desires everywhere you go. I actually create something called audio vision boards. So that's just affirmations just to help you befriend your anxiety, to get you centered on what you want. But my question is, there's some apps, like for instance, for meditation, I use Calm, or I'll use Evernote. So if I don't have my notebook by me, I can take down whatever is in my mind and lock it onto, digital paper in a sense. Are there some apps, since we're in the year of 2018, can you recommend some apps that can help people with their personal development?
Yes. So there's something, Headspace. It's called Headspace. You've heard of that?
Yeah.
That's a place where you can go and you can meditate. Evernote is good. There's a place, what is it? Pronto or Promvo? It's, you can write your notes and you could, and I'm coming out with an app. See, look.
Nice.
Stop selling them others that app.
Right. You are warrior. Right. So no. So Evernote is good. Headspace is good. And God, I gotta look on my.
Well, that's good. That's two good ones.
That's two good
Let's
ones.
start with 2.
That's too good. And I'm gonna give y'all my motto.
Okay.
This should be your motto. Winners don't make excuses.
There it is. Winners don't make excuses.
Love
Mike
it.
Muse, you're a winner. You got your new podcast show, your new radio show coming on.
Yes.
Here at the POTUS station.
Yeah, channel 144. 142. Sorry, 142.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, 142.
Okay. All right. You have a question for Bershan?
Yeah, Bershan, you mentioned something about a life coach. And for the citizens out there who may not have access to a life coach, may not be able to afford a life coach, would you recommend them still maybe telling their goals and having an accountability partner?
That's a good one. God, Mike, yes, it's so important. So if you don't and you cannot afford a life coach, get a mentor. Get somebody who can help you. You have to have an accountability partner. The 2 reasons why people don't really succeed is, 1 is that they don't have an accountability partner, and 2, they don't execute.
Yeah.
So someone who can help you execute and push you and say, okay, you said that. I got an aunt who's been talking about these mini cupcakes for years, and she think Melissa Cupcake took her idea. And I'm like, no.
Melissa Cupcake.
Right? I'm like, no, Aunt Betty, you just didn't execute on it.
You didn't execute. Melissa did the work. We're going to take your phone calls, 888-742-3345. Jonathan is on the line from Kentucky. Jonathan, what up, man?
Good morning.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, bro?
Anyway, Tracy here. Man, I've had a long morning, man. I've been ran off the road, lost my wallet. I just had a bad day.
Man.
Just had a bad day. But my question being is, my goal is to get a really good job and to save at least $50,000 this year. But the problem is, I'm a convicted felon, and a lot of people are judgmental of that from where I'm from, and it's a small place, a small area, and it's really hard to find a job. So I'm having trouble staying, like we were talking earlier about motivation and staying focused and stuff. I'm having a hard time staying focused with everybody judging me and telling me I can't do this and I can't do that because I am a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And I'm lost. I'm not sure how to make my goal reality.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you a question. Can you write down the things that you can do in the area? Like, what are other things? So a convicted fellow, what are some things that you're good at that you can do?
I like cars. I'm good with cars.
Okay.
Very good with computers and stuff like that. But as far as back up around here, I mean,
okay,
it's a very political town. So it's more of not what you know and who you know, more of who you know instead of what you know.
Here's the thing. You just said 2 things. I like cars and I like computers. So those are things that people need. They need their cars fixed, automotive, and computers. That's the hot new area. So I think, forget what people say. They're going to talk about you anyway. So who cares what people say? Oh, yeah. You're a convicted fellow. Who cares? You have a new life, so you get a new chance. So forget them. But now, if you have cars and computer, are you good at that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're confident. Now, why don't you go to some automotive places and computer areas or technical places that you can go and pitch yourself? Talk to them.
That's the thing is I've been to quite a few places where I could do both, and it's like, everything's good and through the interview and everything, and then they get my background check, and they're like, oh, the list is pretty long, so they get discouraged that I'm not capable of the job that they're looking to be done, and it's just got to the point to where it's causing a lot of personal problems and family problems and everything. And I'm just to the point where like I don't know how to go further. Like
sometimes, and this probably won't work on in your situation, but when I came to radio, I had to work for free for a long time, and just to show and prove what I could bring to the table. At that time, I had no radio experience. You might have to offer that service up just to show people that you're a reliable worker, what you're capable of, what your skill set is. And you got to be patient, man. That's just that's how our today's society is. I have a family member who's gone through the same thing, and for 3 years he's been trying to find a job, and then he finally found one. And it ain't where his passion lies, but it's getting him to the next step, and he's working in the back room of a retail outlet, and he has no problem with it. He has a steady check. So sometimes you got to do things you may not want to get to where you want to go. And it may not be in cars and computers, but I would definitely keep that as a goal till I could get it there. And in the meantime, man, turn over every stone. And don't forget, you got these digital platforms as well where you can make money, maybe as a consultant. Perhaps people could call you for advice, or you could demonstrate your skills on your YouTube channel. If you can show how you can fix that carburetor yourself.
All great words, Sway. Those act as an awesome bridge. I was also gonna say, I'm not sure if you've done any research online, but I just typed some things up and I saw a site called helpforfelons.org, and it's all for Oh, okay, you've gone there. Has that been a benefit? My bad.
Check it out.
Jonathan said, "Yeah, man."
It's not beneficial. It's just a lot of those. I found a list that says they're felony friendly, et cetera, stuff like that. Hot places hiring, and then I call some of those places, and I don't know if it's supposed to be nationwide, if it's area by area, but some of them are on the list, and then call or go and talk to them. And they're like, no, we don't hire convicted felons.
Okay,
and I don't know. I just get discouraged because the last 5 years of my life, I've been in and out of jail and prison, and I'm a recovering drug addict. I've been clean over a year, and it seems like I've been told, if I get clean and I keep doing the next right thing, that everything will fall into place, and it can't rain every day.
Yeah, but Jonathan, it's been a year, but that's still a beginning, man. It takes time. I just told you, it took him 3 years, to get to a point where he could find a job.
And you know what, too, Jonathan, really quickly, people forget about word of mouth. Word of mouth is still very powerful. You got family members, you got friends, start fixing their cars. Like Sway said, you might have to take a hit. A job that would normally pay you $300, you might have to fix that person's car for $100 or $75. But it's the word of mouth. Hey, my cousin did this for me. My cousin did that for me. You got to start bloom where you plant it, basically. Start around locally with your family and friends and let the word spread. It is tough, I'm not going to lie to you, but you got to take the initiative and get that word of mouth game going.
All right. Hey, Jonathan, we believe in you, man. Yes. We believe in you. I'm assuming you got social media since you got Sirius XM, right?
Well, yeah, I got social media. I'm not on it very much, but I got it.
Yeah, get Instagram and follow me at Real Sway. You can DM me anytime, okay?
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All love, man. You're a citizen, man.
Thank you.
Bershan, thank you for lighting up our day.
You like that?
Yeah, that's it, man. I like that. You with a breath of. Should we take one more call?
Yes.
Let's take one more caller. All right, let me see. Now, Chris, we're gonna pass. George is in Los Angeles.
Hey, George.
George, good morning.
What up, George?
Good morning. Good morning. How we doing, family?
Doing great, George. What up with you, fam? You good? What part of LA you in?
We're right here in downtown.
Downtown LA. A lot of development over there. Say what's up to Jewelry Mike, my Armenian homeboy who has a jewelry shop down there.
I'll let him know. I'll pass by. Say you let me get something for free.
Okay. Good luck with that.
So, George, do you have what are your goals for 2018?
So my goal for 2018, looking to be a first-time home buyer. My wife and I got married last year.
Yes.
2017 was up and down, right? We got married last year. 5 months after, my brother passed. Fast forward to 2018, we're just trying to turn it around, So we want to be first-time home buyers. When you were talking earlier about the why being very important, right? We want to have ownership. We want to have that investment, right? I work in the credit union, so it's like that banking background. It's been there, so I understand it. The one thing that's really coming from me that I'm hoping you can help me with here is being that the goal is to buy a house, to have that, right? The quote unquote American dream part of it, but it's scary, right? It's a big deal. It's a big investment, right?
Yeah.
And the market right now is just going up and going up. And at some point, you're thinking, okay, it's a bubble. It's gonna pop. Something's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be looking. We're gonna start looking. We can get pre-approved, but that one part's holding me back. What if we buy in and the market goes down? What happens, right? And that's kind of where it's holding me back, you know. And then
what you say about winners,
man?
Okay, yeah. What I say about winners? Remember, winners don't make excuses, and right, ding ding. And you cannot predict the market. Don't predict the market. Do what you and your wife want to do, but don't buy over your budget. Right? Buy within your budget. So what people did in the boom is the yoga teacher was buying a $700,000 house, right? And she was making $75 each session. How can you afford that? Buy what you can afford. You know what you make and you know what your wife make. Buy in that realm, because you can't predict you can't predict the market. You want a home, right? That's your goal, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So go out there and start looking for something. Go out there and make it happen.
You said your goal was ownership in 2018. That's how you get to it. Go for the ownership. Don't make excuses. You'll be able to follow the market if the market does crash or whatever. But I agree. I was a victim of that crash that took place in 08, 09. It took me a long time to recover from that. But one of the reasons why, George, is because I did exactly what Bershan is saying not to do. One of the properties that I got was way out of the budget that I had for that property. So eventually I ended up paying the price for it. But stay within your budget, man. But I wouldn't let that what could or what may not happen prevent me from reaching out to that goal, brother. You can do it, George.
You can do it.
Y'all get that house on everything I love, because me and King Tech got a place in Tarzana. Heather B, she's cooked she's cooked on our grill before. When I come to LA, you get that house, I'll come by and say what's up and mooch and everything. Sit on your couch, all that.
I love it.
Is that cool, George?
I'll gladly accept it. Don't worry about it. I got you, and I'll make sure HB cooks for both of us. You know what I mean?
All right, George, you're a citizen, man. All right.
It's like, George, you and your wife need to make your vision board and get a picture of a house.
Yes.
And put it up and start looking at it, because they've decided they got to commit to it and take action.
And taking action, George. That was the last thing, taking action. Yep.
Take care, George. Kelly, is that a book you recommend people read?
Yeah, I just started this book. It's called The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business. And I'm really committed to reading this book, in addition to Rise and Grind.
Okay, Rise and Grind.
Reading more. That's one of my goals.
Yes.
Reading more.
Give y'all to social one more time. So I want the citizens. Let's continue this conversation, but you could do it online directly with Bershan. Hit her up directly on social media.
Hit me. Okay, let me give you my website then. BERSHAN.com. And then Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is my name, Bershan Shaw. BERSHANSHAW.
All right, you are second guest of 2018.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Kelly Kinkaid. If you want to reach Kelly Kinkaid and talk more about this, you can.
Citizens, follow me at Kelly Kinkaid, KELLYKINKAID, and please follow me. I want us all to stay motivated and really stick with our habits. So let's power up and team up.
It's important.
Winners don't make excuses.
Winners don't make excuses.
Okay. Thank you, Sway.
Absolutely. We got a big announcement coming up next. Our first live broadcast, and we're going to tell you when and where right after this.
Yeah. It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.